Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Krakenfall, and you haven't seen me in a couple months. Oh, if you didn't see last video, I announced, I don't know what to call it. I let you know that I have anxiety and depression. It's been clinically diagnosed, and that's been kind of a crazy ride to figure out because I didn't know that I had it. I've been okay since then. Things have been all right. I've been working through a lot of stuff. I kind of want to make a year review video, but I don't know that anybody's going to watch that. And I also don't want it to be negative like it was last year. Because this truly has been one of the worst years of my life. There's been a lot of good things that have happened. And that's actually why I'm here before you now, is that I wanted to share one of the nice things that's happened. But I do need to break the news that unfortunately Hobbes has passed away. This isn't going to be the video where I talk about that much. I will say that he was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease back in 2023, and we had been managing it. And then he was diagnosed with anemia, non-regenerative anemia, which means he's not making his own red blood cells anymore. And unfortunately, things took a turn for the worse this autumn, and in October, he didn't survive. I'm very happy to say that we provided the best life that we could have for him, and he was happy right up until the end. Now, Luca, our other cat, is a happy little ball of energy, and he, experienced the loss of Hobbes too. As far as we understand it, through our little bit of research, cats don't experience grief in the same way that humans do, but they do understand loss. So his routine was all messed up, and his attention and having just that presence for Hobbes. Hobbes wasn't really bonded to Luca, but I think Luca is a very social cat, and so he kind of took it hard, and his routine, and he would follow Hobbes around, and so he was acting out a bit more. He was pretty forlorn and lethargic and depressed, and he would jump back and forth between being super depressed but then needing our attention a lot. And I think we both agreed that in this case it's probably a good idea to get Luca a partner. And so we did. And so I am happy to announce that we have a new family member. We have a new cat. And let me go get him. This is Tulin. Say hi, Tulin. I'm just going to let him sit here, hopefully as long as he wants. Tulin is named after Tulin from Tears of the Kingdom, mostly because of a YouTube channel called The Game Grumps, who played that game, and we watched it, and they have a lot of different names, and that's like one of my things, is I like calling the cat a bunch of different alternative names, like Tulin, Tulio. Let me see if we can get him comfortable. Yeah, and we just really love Breath of the Wild, but he is, I think, almost 5 months old. He's a little tiny boy, and I'm happy to report that he and Luca are getting along really well. We're pretty sure they're bonded, but he's the perfect energy level for Luca. Okay, I'm gonna let him go. Thankfully, I have tons of footage to share with you while I talk. Yeah, he and Luca have been getting along really well. It's actually kind of crazy because Luca, who used to be this super needy ball of energy, wants to play all the time, wants to play like every single day, he'll meow. He has always been kind of the baby with Hobbes. But then we got Tulin, and then within 2 weeks or so, he just flipped a switch. Suddenly, he's an adult cat. I don't know, it's probably just cognitive bias, but it feels like he is a full-grown cat now. Like he was always like a little runt to us, and we were sure that he was going to continue being a runt, but now he's fully grown. And that, I don't know how that happened. Like maybe we just weren't paying attention. Maybe he did have some kind of like hormone growth because of taking care of a kitten. I don't even know if that's a thing. And then he immediately mellowed out. So now that there's this new little ball of energy, Luca is like, okay, I'll sit back now. I'm good. Like, that's not 100% true because Luca, we had to actually stop them from playing for a while, which I don't think we actually had. So Tulin would do this thing where he would get quote unquote overwhelmed and then start growling and yowling and hissing. But then as soon as we broke them up, Tulin would be back at it and he'd be like, oh, ha ha ha, I'm fine. Everything's fine. And then Tulin will start like a row with Luca immediately. And then he'd go right back to growling and hissing. And as far as we could tell, from online research, that's fine. And that's normal as long as there's no aggressive body language, like the poofy tail and the ears back, tail between the legs, and there's a couple other things that signify like real aggression, and none of those were present. So I think it's just Tulin calibrating and figuring out like what's okay. Luca did have this thing where he would basically zone in after Tulin and just keep chasing him, and Tulin would run underneath everything. He'd run underneath cabinets, he'd run underneath couches, but then like pop back out and aggravate Luca all over again, and it was just this like whole thing. But they're so cute together. They groom each other, they sleep next to each other, they hang out with each other. If Tulin starts meowing, Luca will come see what's going on. If we start talking to Luca, Tulin starts coming down to see what's going on. It's just been really awesome. So it's also been awesome because Tulin has, without being taught, picked up a ton of mannerisms. Tulin's a very social and affectionate cat. We call him like a nester because he nests with us. Like he immediately picked up on sleeping near us, sleeping on the bed, sleeping on my lap, sleeping behind my keyboard, just like Hobbes did. Hobbes taught Luca to do that, and now sometimes they both want to sleep behind the keyboard when I'm playing video games, and there's not enough room for them, so I need to get a bigger box or a bigger desk for sure. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm sure I'm going to be sharing a lot more of Tulin and Luca on either YouTube posts or in the Discord, which you can get if you come to Twitch chat and use the !Discord command, or you become a YouTube member. You automatically get access to that. Twitch is free, but if you don't want to deal with Twitch, you can always become a YouTube member. But yeah, we're really happy with how Luca and Tulin have gotten together. Luca, I think, is feeling a lot better, and we're feeling a lot better for it. It is truly the end of an era, with Hobbes passing and his brother Gunther having passed a couple of years ago. So I'm thinking about making a video about that. Who knows? It's kind of super painful right now still. So no promises, but I just wanted to share this with you. I hope you're having a good holiday break, and Happy New Year. I would really like to get back to making some YouTube videos, but it's been pretty tough with everything going on this year. If you've been able to jump to my streams, I have been streaming a lot more regularly than I've been making videos. So thank you for doing that if you have. If not, twitch.tv/Krakenfall. I stream every week, playing games and having fun. I do Phasmophobia Friday, which is kind of a ghost hunter type of game with a couple friends, and that's pretty fun. I just wanted to check in with you, and I hope you're doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, or I don't know. I'm so rusty at YouTube. How about I just cut it off here so I don't ramble? Sounds good. Have a good one. See you next time, and bye-bye.